Start. I'm going to go landscape today. And I'm going to start by drawing Ralph's nose right in the middle. And you remember, I always do that because that way it's pretty centered. And I know that I'll be able to fit everything I want to fit in there. And we're actually going to make this three-dimensional in a bit. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, draw some whiskers. Now the top one is longer than the bottom one. And you remember when we talked about things being symmetrical? So we're going to try to make it symmetrical on both sides. Right now it looks like a spider. This would be a funny trick. If you wanted to make a spider like that, take it just like this, go put it on the kitchen floor just like the paper is, and when your mom or dad walk in, pretend there's a spider there. They will freak out. Probably be the best gag ever. All right, now this part we have to be real careful about. We're going to draw the head, and the head is basically just an upside down raindrop. So I'm going to start at the nose, bring it all the way up here, and then bring it all the way back down. And do you see how that kind of looks like a raindrop if I turned it this way? So let's do that. You guys might not know Amy. She's one of my aspiring artists here. She's probably thinking right now, Mr. E, that looks terrible. I'm going to do a much better job again. I think that's what goes through her head nowadays. Okay, now we're going to draw the mice ears, and those are super easy. We're just going to draw big circles, but cut them off at the head. That sounds terrible. We're going to stop them when we get to the head. Okay, now watch this. Do you see how much bigger that one is? I made a huge mistake, but watch what I do. I'll make this one go like that, and I'll do this one inside there. Okay, so there we have Ralph's cute little face. And look, for the cover of the book, his eyes were just closed like that. And that maybe means he's thinking about colors. So I'm going to do that too. And that's just two little happy faces for eyes. Easy as pie. Okay, now down here, before I draw the body, I'm going to figure out how long the body's going to be. And I'm going to draw a straight line, and it's going to be about the same length as the eye. So look, my line went from there to there. The eyes go from there to there. So I'm making about the same line straight down like that. And that way I know that my body's going to be a good size. And then I'm just going to create a rainbow. I'm going to come up like this and down like that. That's his little tummy. And it's funny, we're kind of working backwards here, but that'll give us the illusion that he's sitting down and closer to us. Okay, for his feet, watch this. I'm going to make a C right there, and I'm going to make a backward C right there. And then I'm just going to bring it around like this, and the top part of his foot is bigger than his heel. I don't even know if mice have heels. I don't even think they have shoes like that, actually. So I'm going to have to switch this around a little bit. Something like that. Okay, and now we're going to make the body. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start at about halfway between his nose and his eyes, so right there and right there. And I'm going to start coming down like this. And then when I get past his nose, I'm going to make him a little bit chunkier right there, because we saw him eating that carrot. We know that he eats a lot. And I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. And remember, that's called, thinks it's symmetrical. There we go. Okay, so Ralph is looking really good now. We're going to put some shoulders here, and his arms are going to be behind his back, like that. And I think everybody knows what we're missing. His tail. And tails get skinnier as they get closer to the end. Okay, now, here's the fun part. Let's draw the ground right behind him. So I'm going to put a floor right here, and that's just going to be a straight line from there. Move it over here and over to there. So now it looks like he's sitting down. And now this is the part I'm most excited about. Okay, you can leave Ralph white if you want to, and you can pretend that the rain has washed him away. Or you can paint him any colors you want. You can polka dots, stripes, anything that you think is fun. But right now, I'm really worried about the negative space. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to make a splatter mark here. I'm going to make another one over here. And look, my splatter marks are going to be all different sizes and shapes. Well, what you don't want is a bunch of straight lines on your splatter marks. I'm going to put one behind him. I'm going to put one dripping down the ceiling here. I'm going to put one way over here. And now my negative space is turning into the most fun thing in the picture, because all of these little splatter marks and big splatter marks are going to be different colors. And look how much fun this is. I think it'd be really neat to have a room that looked like this. And tons of different colors. Okay, now while you're drawing your splatters, I'm going to start putting in some colors. This little guy right here, I think I want to be a light blue. Could you even imagine how much trouble you'd get in if you threw paint in your room like Ralph? Please, 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 please don't do that. That's something Mr. Bananas would do. And he would get in such big trouble. Oh, I like that green. Now look what I'm going to do. I already used green, so I'm going to put it there. Now I'm going to do gray. Oh, can't use gray. Hey, let's try a little orange. And you guys, I bet I had two things of markers, and the yellow marker on each of them dried out. I don't know why. I thought that was funny. Okay, so there's a good orange one. Put that there so I know I used it. Let's grab a blue. I always like to trace around my shapes, and that way it keeps me from scribbling or going outside of the lines. And remember, splatters can be as many as you want, as few as you want, as big as you want, as small as you want. I'm gonna get big red coming down the ceiling right here. I think we're lucky that we get to wear clothes, because then we can do any colors we want whenever we want. Ralph is gray all the time. Like Karis today in her gold outfit. Imagine if we all had to wear gray outfits. I would like it. You guys might not. Or imagine, like we were talking about baseball and basketball earlier, imagine if all the teams had gray uniforms. It'd be kind of boring. I like all the nice colors we have. Hey, now all I have is a black left. Ah, fiddlesticks. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get creative. I'm going to do red and blue. I think those make purple. So I'm going to go like this. Outline that there. And then I'm going to do a red inside of it. That's a fun color. All right. And then maybe a little blue right in the middle. I wonder if that'll turn purple. Does it look purple from where you guys are? Because it just looks like a blue smudge on mine. All right. Now I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to bring the camera around so I can see how your guys' art is going. And we'll see if you guys have the same kind of room as me or a different kind. Oh, one more thing real quickly. Look at this. Ralph has got paint on his tail. And he probably has a paintbrush behind